Good evening all. Welcome to UPSC Simplified series. Okay, we'll start our daily question. We'll first discuss the question. The question is, what is wetland? Explain the Ramsar concept of voice use in context of wetland conservation. Right? Cite two examples of Ramsar site from India. Here, this particular question can be divided into three parts. First part is, what is wetland? Right? While answering such type of question, if they are asking what is something, right, straight away write down that whatever they are asking. Okay, here they have asked the definition of a particular wetlands, right? After that, the second part of question focuses on explain the Ramsar concept of voice use. What is voice use? Okay, there is some Ramsar convention that focuses on conservation protection of the wetlands, right? And in that particular convention, they are discussed about voice use concept of conservation, right? So what is it? UPSC has asked us such question. Third part of this question is cite two examples of Ramsar sites from India. Okay. Specifically, when you are going to mention these two examples, right? These two examples should be written in context of this voice use. Okay, so whatever let's say new strategies or policies that are implemented in these particular examples, that we have to mention in our answer. Okay, so here the question can be divided into three parts, right? First part is what is wetlands. Second part is what is voice use concept of Ramsar Convention, specifically Ramsar Convention. And third part is examples from India. Two specific examples from India. Okay, so this particular question, when we're going to write down in our let's say format, in this, in introduction, we have to write some present context, right? In body of this particular question, we are going to discuss what is wetland. Okay, first part of body will be what is wetland, definition of wetland. Second part of body will be the explanation of voice use concept. Okay, and third part is examples from India. So here the body is divided into three parts. Okay, second strategy is, instead of giving some present context, you can also write the definition of wetland. Okay, so in this particular question, you can use both these strategies alternatively, depending upon your situation. If you are unable to recall present context, then it is okay to write the definition of wetlands. Okay, so when we move towards our answer, when we move towards first part, in this particular question, locus is wetland and focus is about sustainable management or voice use, right? So when we move towards our introduction part, here introduction, I tried to bring some context to this particular question. Why wetlands are important in India, right? So in this particular context, India has over 7 lakh square kilometers of wetland, which is about 4% of total land area of India. Okay, plain old fact. Mug it up, right? Right anywhere the wetland questions is asked in exam. Okay, any paper, any subject, whatever. Whenever wetland comes, you have to mug up this particular fact and try to write it down in your answer. Okay. After that, wetland provide a home for over 1,000 species of plant, animals, including many endangered and threatened species. Okay. So wetlands are around 4% of India. But why they are important? Why wetlands play a very big role in environment protection? Because these wetlands provide a particular niche position, a particular living habitat position to around 1,000 species, many of which are threatened or endangered, right? And because of that, wetland conservation is a must in our policy or in our environmental policy. Okay, so I have tried to bring or introduce some context to this particular question. Why we are discussing about the wetlands? Okay. When we move towards body of question, first part of that particular body definition, plain old definition of wetland. Wetlands are ecosystem with water presence like marshes, swamps, mangroves, and vital for diverse species. Okay, a plain simple brief definition of wetlands. Okay, after that, what is wise use concept? Balancing wetland resource use and ecological preservation for sustainable development. Here, when we're going to discuss about wise use, first try to have idea of what is wise use. Here we are focusing on two parts. First thing is resource exploitation, right? Plus resource management. Same time, we are focusing on ecological balance of this particular resource utilization. Okay, and what wise use dictate here is, okay, you are going to do this, you are going to exploit that particular resource, but it should not hamper the ecological balance of that particular ecosystem. Okay, so these are two extremes of let's say one line or two points of triangle, and we are trying here to balance out these both sides of that particular triangle. Okay, one thing, we are using that particular resource, we are exploiting that, so we are disturbing that particular ecosystem in a way or another, right? Same time, we are not disturbing that particular ecosystem. Okay, we are trying to maintain the ecological balance as well in that particular ecosystem, right? So we are balancing these two extremes of that ecosystem. So wise use concept, balancing wetland resource use and ecological preservation for sustainable development. Okay, this is particular definition is given by Ramsar Convention. Okay, according to, you can write here also, according to Ramsar Convention. Okay, according to Ramsar Convention, the wise use concept is about balancing the resource utilization as well as ecological preservation. For what? We are doing it for sustainable development of communities, sustainable development in ecology as well. Okay, so when we move towards the second part of our particular question, there are four pillars of wise use that are given into Ramsar Convention. Okay, we have to mention those four pillars. And what we understand by these four pillars. First pillar is conservation, right? Conservation of ecological resource, right? Second thing, it's sustainable management or sustainable use. Third pillar focuses on socio-economic benefits, right? So we are giving some weightage here to the human activities as well, their benefits as well, right? In form of socio-economic benefit. And last pillar is participation and collaboration. To achieve all these three things, we have to have some participation, we have to have some collaboration as well. So these four pillars are given into Ramsar Convention for wise use of exploitation of resources. Okay, or wise use of management of wetlands. Okay. After that, two examples. For example, Chilka Lake in Odisha, wise use involves eco-friendly fishing, ecotourism, species conservation, and community management. Okay, so we are integrating the concept of wise use in let's say Chilka ecosystem. Okay, in the form of friendly fishing, in the form of ecotourism, in the form of species conservation and community management. The second example is about Kevladev National Park in Rajasthan. Here, voice use includes habitat restoration, community participation, sustainable tourism for balanced conservation and socio-economic progress. Right? In this way, you can write down the answer. This particular question is asked for 10 marks or in 150 words. Right? Here, if we are going to start with introduction, okay, there will be no word limit remain for our conclusion. If you are skipping that particular introduction part, take that same data and paste it into the conclusion. Okay, use it for introduction or use it for the conclusion, depending upon your let's say whatever your style that you are having. Okay, in this way we have concluded our today's question. Thank you.